Fifth Gear, we've always been a fan of a brisk family estate car. They're good to look at, fun to drive, and with loads of room for all your stuff. So, in today's EV world, is that perfect combination still available? Well, happily yes, in the form of plug-in hybrid estates.
We've got 4 of the latest, which we're going to put through 3 tests, eliminating 1 car at the end of each, to reveal the best all-rounder. We'll be looking at interior quality.
Do you know the first thing that's slightly spooking me out? I don't have a third spoke on my steering wheel.
Oh my God, what's happened?
What is this magic?
We'll see how big they are and how easy to load.
Don't you worry about me, I'll be fine. The carpets are heavy, aren't they?
And finally, we'll head to the track to gauge their performance.
I mean, there's no way this will be faster. Oh, look at that nasty puddle there. Oh!
The estates that we're putting to the test are the BMW 330e, which is the most powerful and most expensive car here. But that's not stopped it becoming the UK's best-selling plug-in hybrid.
Next is the cheapest car of the 4, the Skoda Octavia. It's also the shortest car here, but in some TARDIS-type way, manages to squeeze in the biggest boot.
Then there's the 508 SW from Peugeot, which musters a very respectable 225 horsepower from its electric and petrol power units.
And finally, the VW Arteon, which is the longest estate on test.
OK, to work. These cars are going to cover some stratospheric mileage, so we want to assess how comfortable they are on the long haul and how far they can travel in EV mode. First up, the Beamer.
So this car starts at £44,000, okay, but this particular one, 55 grander.
It's a lot of money, isn't it?
The fit and the finish is all classic.
I mean, a bit
Top-notch
bland,
BMW.
a bit BMW bland, but
Yeah.
still good, though.
Yeah.
Plug-in hybrids offer the best of both electric and petrol power. They have larger batteries than regular hybrids, which allows them to travel faster and further using just their electric motors. They charge by recycling the kinetic energy created by braking, and you can plug them into a domestic socket or wall charger like regular EVs. And when they're out of battery, they have a petrol engine ready to kick in.
But this has got a capacity of 30 miles of electric range.
Yeah.
And to charge up on a 3-pin plug, 5 hours, which is great.
You can charge it quick on a wall box then?
Yes, yeah, you can. 2.5 hours to 80% charge, which I think is perfectly fine. So if you're going into town, business meeting, plug it in. That's 30 miles of really cheap motoring.
Yeah.
Running in electric-only mode, you'd expect these cars to be very quiet.
I can't hear any tyre noise.
That was him.
That was him.
To help us gauge exactly how quiet our cars are, we've brought along a sound measuring thing.
You and I be quiet and we'll just work out the noise of the cabin. I'd say around 69.
Yeah.
69 decibels.
That's what you want?
Yeah.
That's what you usually have?
Lovely.
Today's wet conditions make for a noisier ride, but 69 decibels is still quieter than its petrol-powered equivalent.
I tell you what, I could spend all day in this.
Yeah. It's
comfy,
really,
isn't it?
yeah.
It's a decent start for the BMW. How will the Skoda compare?
So do you know the first thing that's slightly spooking me out? I don't have a third spoke on my steering
Oh
wheel.
my God!
I know. What's
that? What's happened?
What is this magic? I love the fact that this hasn't got too many fancy buttons. Probably the most simplistic out of all of the cars.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing wrong with it.
And compared to the BMW, the Octavia is an absolute bargain because the entry-level plug-in model, which we have, costs just £34,000.
I like this Alan Cantara on the dashboard.
Oh, Alan and Tara.
Mix of materials, it's quite good, isn't it?
And there's further good news because the Skoda has the best EV-only range at 43 miles.
Should we do the noisometer?
I think we should, yeah. Guess what?
69.
Yes, indeed!
Another good result. On to the Peugeot.
I think it looks fantastic.
That looks great outside. Love it.
Prices for the plug-in 508 Estate start at just under £38,000, but our GT model is nearer to 40.
How are things in your
Oh,
seat?
do you know what? I hate this.
The steering
This
wheel.
funny little steering wheel where I've got to look over the top to see the instruments.
Yeah.
No matter what I do with the seat, and I'm as low as I can be,
Yeah.
feels like I've sat in someone else's car where I can't change anything. I'm not comfortable.
It's just so frustrating, isn't it? Because they've put so much effort and money into the rest of the design. Yeah.
Because actually, fundamentally, I think it's a nice bit of kit,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Miles on electric, this will do between 33 and 39.
What noise have we got?
It's another 69er.
Is that right?
Yeah.
See, this feels noisier to me.
It does.
Because this doesn't feel as relaxing.
No.
Oh, I don't like it. It just feels all wrong.
Oh dear. Would VW's Arteon fare better?
I think it looks really svelte and elegant.
Although, inside, I don't like this wood.
Okay, what don't you like about wood?
I just don't like wood in cars.
Because it's, you know, it's always been a sign of...
It's old-fashioned.
With its wood-trimmed dash, the Arteon costs £48,000, but the starting price is £42,000, and its electric-only range is 39 miles.
So it all feels very pleasant from my point of view. It's more interesting, I think, in here than the BMW.
Do you know what?
do you think?
Yes.
Quietness. It's quite quiet.
Ooh,
Shall we?
70, 71.
Yeah.
But this feels more refined than the Peugeot. Don't you think?
Yeah, I do.
By a long way.
I do.
Wow. Do you know what else I had to go at that wood before?
Go on.
Do you know what? I've changed my mind. I quite like it now.
And that makes the results of our interior quality test a slam dunk for us. While the BMW, Skoda and VW had little if anything to complain about, the Peugeot's compromised driving position was something we'd really struggled to live with. Which means it leaves the competition.
So, heading into test 2, we have the BMW 330e, the Skoda Octavia, and the VW Arteon. And if you thought Jason's jumper was an assault on the eyeballs, just wait till you see his coat.
Time to dig a little bit deeper now with the ones we've got left to check out the practicality.
That's a good point. So
Yeah.
let's go and have a look at some carpets and see what we can load into the back of your motor.
Do let's.
Estate cars are built to carry big loads, so this test is all about the size and accessibility of the load space. And we'll start with the Arteon.
The VW has a capacity of 455 litres with the back seats up, which is very decent.
And what's it like with the seat
The
down?
seats
Let's have a
down.
look.
Not the best of our trio,
That's still pretty good, though, isn't it?
isn't it just? But once you've folded those seats, that's about 1,500 litres. You've compromised a bit on a normal state because of the hybrid gear.
If you get a sinker there, you wouldn't get carpet.
Jason is shopping for a new sink and carpet for his static caravan in Skegness.
Have you got a kitchen sink knocking about? A-cha-cha-cha-cha!
So we're using his supplies to see how much space is available in each car.
Quite like that colour. Look at that.
Ooh.
There is decent space in the VW. However, hauling heavy loads over that raised lip could soon get annoying. Next to the BMW.
Do you know what I love about these?
Oh,
Look.
go on. Oh, I love
But
that.
do
I
you
just
know
love
what?
that.
They're just useful, aren't they?
I know.
See, I could put my sausage dog straight in there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that.
I couldn't get my Rhodesian Ridge back in there.
No.
That's not going to happen.
Right,
Anyway,
let's have a look under here.
what have we got? So size-wise, this is 410 litres with the seats in place.
With the seats down, the Beamer has 1,420 litres of space, almost 80 less than the VW.
That's quite a bit smaller.
Shall we see if we can fit everything in?
Yeah.
Don't you worry about me, I'll be fine. Carpets are heavy, aren't they?
Thankfully, the BMW's flat floor made loading comparatively easy.
What else?
Taps.
Loads of room, look. Do you know what? It's not bad, though, is it?
Yeah, that's acceptable. Yeah, good.
Skoda then, come on.
Skoda, so this is the biggest.
Is this the big boy? So how big's that then, with the seats up?
Seats up, 490.
So that's the biggest of the bunch?
Yeah, seats down, 1555.
Which makes it bigger than the much longer VW. Clever Skoda. And notice that perfectly flat floor.
Right, shall we get some stuff in?
Oh, mate, there's loads of room in there, isn't there?
It's long, eh?
After this bout of exhausting testing,
I'm knackered now.
we now had to eliminate one of the cars.
Well, there was no debate regarding the winner. The Octavia had the flattest floor and the biggest load space.
But which car should join it in the final?
In the end, we gave the nod to the BMW because what it lacked in load space, it made up for in practicality. And this meant we had to say goodbye to Volkswagen's Arteon. Now, the final test for the BMW and Skoda.
And the only way to find out which car is going to be the winner is to take it for a lap of the track.
Plug-in hybrids utilise the power from their electric motors alongside their petrol engine to add extra welly. So our estates should be lively performers.
We'll give each car a standing start timed lap. And first to go is the BMW, the more powerful of the pair.
So you've got 292 horsepower.
I do.
Check.
I'm in sport mode?
Yes, 0 to 62 happens in 5.9 seconds. Yes.
That's quite quick, isn't it?
Yeah.
Four-wheel drive this, isn't it?
Exactly. So you're going to be wheels away. Greasy track, but it won't matter. Are you ready, honey? 3, 2, 1, go.
Not a sniff of wheel spin.
No.
Sounds quite harsh, though, don't you think?
It does, actually.
See, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to drive like an absolute fruitcake. I'm just going to be swift,
Yeah.
efficient.
Yeah.
It's got plenty of grip.
Yeah.
It's a funny engine noise, don't you think?
I wonder if it's augmented in any way, that noise.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Well, this corner's a bit slippy normally in the wet.
That's good
Not for the
traction,
BMW. Bit of a downshift on the exit.
Good traction. I'm going to stop it at the end of the lap. Under a minute.
What's not to like?
Yeah. 59.10.
Next, it's the Skoda.
So we have got 204 horsepower, which is a lot less than the other one. Top speed 136, 0 to 62, 7.9.
On paper, the Skoda is lacking in every department, and there's worse news because it's only front-wheel drive, which could really hinder traction in conditions like this.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, not so much wheel spin. I was expecting more
I was
there.
expecting a shed load considering that it is super wet.
Bit of understeer there.
Lot more body roll, a hefty lot more.
We were now halfway through the lap and something was telling my racing brain that strange things were afoot.
I wonder what it's going to be.
Do you think you're going to pull a quick one out the bag? Maybe.
It does feel quick in a straight
Yeah.
line. I mean, there's no way this will be faster. There's no way. Oh, look at that nasty puddle there. Oh,
aquaplane.
Having survived the water hazard, the Skoda completes the lap in...
Oh my gosh. No, shush. Is that right?
Well. 58.36.
Yep, just under a second quicker than the Beamer.
Should we do it again? I mean, it's probably my finger.
Well, let's try
It's
it.
human error.
Yeah,
that
let's
is
try it.
human error.
Surely the Skoda couldn't have really toppled the BMW, could it?
Go.
Interesting. It just feels quicker there, don't you think?
Here.
Corner
And
exit.
here, yeah. So it's mid-range.
But now
to
it
top
really
end
feels
of
like
it.
it's pulling.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Puddles to try and miss it.
Plane.
Oh, that one.
And
Oh,
again.
that one.
Oh, get some grip. Oh my gosh.
Right, surely this will prove that the first run was a mistake. But at 57.4, it had beaten the BMW by even more.
It's quicker than the BMW. That's blown my tiny brain.
Thing is, it might not have the BMW's power, but the Skoda is 300 kilograms lighter, making its power-to-weight ratio comparable.
So there you have it, the Skoda Octavia. It's comfortable, it's got a massive load space, it can beat a beam around a racetrack, and to top it all, it's the cheapest estate in our test. It might not be able to cross a muddy field like an SUV, but for all of the things that you actually need a car to do, this versatile estate really is the best car for the job.